Hey guys, my name's Devin. Hope you're doing well. Wanted to give you an idea of what we have coming up on the channel, both in terms of videos we're going to be making and just work that we need to do. Go over our goals for the property for the coming, probably 5 months or so. Start with the adoption videos. Mom's letter to mother. So this is a letter that my mom, my adoptive mom, wrote to my birth mother before they met. I had already been in communication with birth mother, but that was the first communication that mom had. Also letters from my grandparents. Each of my grandmothers wrote my mother in preparation of meeting her. And I'll also go over how they all met. So it was my mother, both my siblings, so Ryan and our sister, and they met my mom and grandparents. So we'll go over that. Birth mother's story. So up to this point, we've really focused on reunion and then beyond. Now we want to kind of start looking backwards to when I was back to before I was born and right after I was born. And that'll start with a mother's story. I had some really good conversations with her here recently about this. And before this, I'd never really asked why or I didn't have, I understand why some adoptees really want to know why and that weighs on them. That was never an issue with me. I never thought much on it, but had a great conversation or several conversations here recently with mother about that, and I want to go over that with you. Q&A with our oldest first cousin. So we have in our family, there's one cousin older than me. So he comes at this with a little bit of pre-knowledge and then, a different take on a different point of view. So Ryan and I want to have him out here to the property and ask him some questions. So many people have asked for pictures of our family to see who we take after, do I look like anybody, etc. Birth mother and sister, they highly value their anonymity. Anonymity, right? That's not a fish, is it? Anonymity. Our mother and sister, they have no desire to have their picture out there. So we'll focus on the men of the family, and you can see who Ryan and I resemble. Letters that I wrote to my birth father and mother. So when we found each other, if you've seen our other videos, we found each other through an adoption registry. He put his name on that he was looking for me. I put my name on that I was looking for him. They made the match. Now, when that match is made, they don't just send out contact info. Okay, you have to go through various steps. First step is writing letters to each other through the agency, and then the agency forwards them on. So my father just recently gave me the letter I wrote to him, and I'll share that with you. And then I'll also share the letter I wish I would have written. Reading that letter, I should have handled it differently. I should have come at it with a different point of view. So I'm actually going to write the letter I should have written. But I'll read you both. And then same with letter to mother. All right. Other videos that we have coming out shortly. Explanation on the bell tent. If you've seen the bell tent disaster video, I want to go over how the communication that White Duck and I had after that and seeing what we could do to make amends, yada, yada. I want to go over that. Food plots update. So the last 2 years, we've just had one food plot. Now we've got, call it 2.5 food plots. So I want to go over that. I may not do a video on this. I need to rewire some items on my machine, my side-by-side, my Honda Pioneer. Maybe I'll make a video of that, maybe not, we'll see. And then shipping container doors video. When we received both of these, the doors to varying degrees were difficult to open and close. And we want to put together how we resolve the issue on both of these, 4 different issues that we needed to get past, and just have that out. Hopefully that'll help people that are struggling with their doors on their shipping container. Okay, now on to the goals for the property for the next 5-6 months. The cool months, right? It's been so hot out here that we have not gotten much done. So we need to kick it up in the gear. Rainwater harvesting. If you remember, we put in this shed over the summer. For every 1 inch of rain, we captured 260 gallons of rainwater. Now we need to connect that to the totes that are ready to go. They're wrapped in plastic so that sunlight can't get in there and let moss and algae grow. Built the platform that the 2 stationary totes are going to be going on. We also have a mobile tote, which stays on a cart that we pull with our machines. That's all set to go. We just need to put the gutters up and then do the plumbing to attach the said gutter to the said IBCs. I'm going to hop down, clean tote. We've got a 4th tote. That one is going to be placed out on the property closer to the trees, and we'll get into the trees here in a second. But that one had some residual, smells like stain. So I want to go over how I'm getting that stain out of that. Tried using a power washer, that did nothing, but we came up with a winning solution on that. Anyway, deploy my new tent. I am pumped to get this new tent going. I think in 2 weeks, I will go ahead and put the tent up, and then the family and I can start using that. I'm excited to show you what we got. Firewood storage. I need to build a covered firewood storage to help firewood that I've chopped up and split to let that dry out. Solar power. So we just recently got our 2nd shipping container. Before that, we had one solar system that worked for the 1 shipping container, just the lights, and then we could do some light recharging. But now we need to add lights to the 2nd shipping container, lights under this covered area, the shed. So we need to up our solar game. Tool storage, man, the frustration that I get trying to find the correct tool in the shipping container. We just need to get something in place to where it's easy, you know, right where it is. You run in, grab the tool you need, come out, use it, put it back away, and it's done. Apple trees. We just ordered apple trees. We will be planting those over the next 2 weeks. Excited to get that going. Chestnut seeds. So we planted chestnut trees last November. It's still going to be a couple years before they're going to be producing seeds. So I want to buy seeds now. I want to go ahead and stratify, germinate those at my house in the refrigerator for the next 4 months. Then plant those at the house in a mobile facility until they become seedlings, I guess, and then move those out and plant out here. Looking to do several dozen. So excited to learn how to do that and get that going. Workbench. We don't have a dedicated workspace. We normally end up using the cargo area of our machines, our side-by-sides. Need to get something dedicated to that. Shipping container ramp, I have I call it a ramp, really small little steps to make it easier to put the machines in and out. They're made of cement blocks and they've just gotten wonky over the last 2 years, so I need to redo that. Outdoor shower. I have all the pieces to put it together. I just need to go ahead and find a place, put it up, or not find a place, but put it up, and then I do plan on putting walls around it. I'm going to leave the top open, at least that's my plan right now. 3 trails to put in this fall, winter. 1 to the shooting range, I forgot to put the G. Right now we've got 1 trail to the food plot. We want to go ahead and make that a loop, so I'll have another trail coming back, and then another trail in another part going from a kind of middle area to a back corner. I also need to do an aerial tour, I guess, of our property and show you where everything is. I really need to do that. So let's put that on the list too. Then we need to build the shooting range. We're going to be building the trail too. Dirt work, we have 2 trails that need some dirt work. They have really steep entrance and exits out of the creek system, if you will. Need to get that at a better angle. It gets a little hairy going in and out of there. Repair the driveway. About 8 months ago, we had a massive storm come in. Lots of damage to neighboring fences. And luckily, the only damage that we had here was just to our driveway. It washed out. We have 2 little humps to move the water across in a quick fashion. We need to add another one, and we just need to do some work on that. Control arms for the swisher. So this is our big mower, and then the spreader that we spread amendment and seeds that we're planting for the food plots. Both of those have control arms that, like remote boxes that are wired. Need to come up with a better way to temporarily attach that to the machine that we're using to pull it, that we can turn it off and on, but then also quickly take that off. And then clean the tote, which I've already gone over. All right, so we have a lot to accomplish. I figure as we complete one, we'll cross it off, and then we'll maybe check in every 6 to 8 weeks on the progress. You guys can hold us accountable. Very excited to get the adoption series continued. It's been amazing for Ryan and I, for our relationship together, but also for the entire family. It's really been awesome. It's created additional talking points and lots of, Ryan and I have learned a lot that we didn't know that we didn't know. Does that make sense? Anyway, so excited to get going on that. And thank you guys for the comments and the support you guys have given us about that. It's been awesome. Keep the questions coming, right? Maybe we've got the Q&A with Eric. Maybe we'll do a Q&A of just Ryan and I answering questions that you have. But we're excited to get going up. So thanks again for your support. Hope everybody's doing well, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.